Hello, everyone. Namaste, Hare Krishna, and welcome. So, I was asked a few questions by a few of my friends on astrology and what will happen in the near future. And I took a bit of a while to think about it and go through the events coming up. And as I was looking through, I can see the upcoming events and a very strong effect of the upcoming lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse that will come in December. So, if we look at the astrological positions of, let's look at the November 19th, early morning, we will have the partial lunar eclipse. And if you look at it, we see that the Sun, Moon, Rahu, Ketu is aligned. It's kind of Trump was born at such a point, like an eclipse like this. So it's not very auspicious, although we can say Moon is coming to its exaltation. So this eclipse, as we see from the time and dateandtime.com, as we can see, it lasts in the USA. So it's like midnight Central Time. So that is 19th early morning. So around 6 hours. So it's one of the longest eclipses. So this eclipse is definitely going to have a very strong effect. As we can see, one of the most important things is, see, Rahu, Ketu, Sun and the Moon. So now they are aligned. It is when Rahu Ketu, what it does, what do Rahu Ketu do? Although they are in exaltation, so they are in exaltation. So we can see a very important phenomenon that happened during this COVID-19 is that many people ask me, because many astrologers predicted it will go away, this will happen, that will happen. Now, one of the reasons Ayurveda, yoga, astrology, they all deal with karma. So all this is a result of karma. We had a lady, one of my friends, visit our house. So she had become vegan. And I asked her, why did you become vegan? She said, I simply cannot see animals being slaughtered brutally. And that's the main reason. People do not realize that the slaughtering of animals on such a mass scale, it has a very, very powerful negative effect. And the worst part that we see with all this COVID and everything, everyone just wants to go back to normal. However, the normal is going back to the same amount. It did not change. So where the lessons learned, no. If you want to change the collective karma, people should have gotten together, and instead of fighting over vaccines and everything, we should have fought over the root cause. Now, the root cause is massive killing of animals, and religious or irreligious reasons or business reasons, whatever reasons, but killing of animals is really bad karma. Now we can see that now it's proceeding further. So a big lesson was given and big opportunity was given to the planet. Nobody changed. Very few people became vegetarians or had an impact that, okay, this came from an animal or whatever, and eating animals is not good. So we can see that it's aligning. So according to the karma, these planets align again. So two important events coming up. One is the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse. So the lunar eclipse starts when the Rahu Ketu is there and the moon, along with the moon. So this creates a social phenomenon where everybody is hyper, and we can see that's already going on. People are getting divided, more and more divided, more and more divided. So there is a social unrest, mental, so triggers. So social unrest, a lot of triggers for social unrest coming up. And many nations, especially China, is moving in that direction. Now we see in Europe, there is a big COVID surge and everything. They are well vaccinated, yet you can see that there is a big problem there. So the main thing is, we can say they are not taking care, they are doing this, doing that. But the main thing is nobody changed their mindset. Nobody understood the root cause, that how much of their karma, their bad karma is contributing to this. So no leader in the world right now tried to remedy the root cause. And as a result, we see these surges here, surges there. And it says in Ayurveda, when such a pandemic, when a health pandemic comes, basically we have to realize how badly we are treating nature, not just animals, but nature. And nature is giving you the revenge. So not just once this COVID-19 is one thing. And the second is the climate. We can see floods, one after the other, earthquakes, so many things. So this is a perfect alignment, Rahu, Ketu, Rahu with the moon. This is a case for social unrest. Nobody trusts each other. So that is the phase that will start. And you see there is sun, just out of debilitation, not very strong. And Ketu right next to it. Of course, Ketu and Rahu both are exalted. However, we can see in the Taurus. So Taurus is, if you see the face, neck, of the Kalapurusha, and the very the heads of state, the intelligent people, even they will get agitated. So there will be a lot of agitation among the heads of state, heads of countries. They are confused on what to do. Even they are not sure what is economic recovery, how will it happen, all these things. And they are not sure. This is because none of them understands the root cause of this problem. Is they have to encourage people. If you see, the answer is in the 7th house. Ketu is spirituality. Surya, sun represents Gayatri, sun represents Surya Namaskar, yoga, meditation. So people need to take to a sattvic lifestyle, which they will be forced to. And I read a report where in few years' time, meat eating will become unsustainable because they have to clear so many forests to grow this beef and other animals. And literally they are killing the environment just for meat. So if that is not changed in the near future, then no matter which astrologer predicts that this will go down, nothing will go down. It will only increase. So people have to change. So if in mass people become vegetarians, people follow dharma, this pandemic can be gone immediately. Then we have the solar eclipse coming up. Again, you go into a Kala Chakra, you see, Kala Sarpa, I'm sorry. So you see so many planets. So this is the same kind of alignment we are seeing the last couple of years. And this year and the next year, it's almost the same alignment. So it's going to extend one more year. Not that it has to be like this. It can change. It can change provided people change, provided people make the required changes in their lifestyle. So there is a need to change the mass karma, especially just one step, people becoming vegan or vegetarian in mass. This can really have a powerful impact. Now, again, we see it going to that. And this is when this begins in December. Now, a very interesting thing comes up in March. So if I put in March, 2022, if I put in March 20th, for example, and I look at the horoscope, we see Mars and Saturn come together. So this is like a very powerful situation for war. So last year, Saturn and Jupiter were there. It was warlike, but it was so Saturn and Mars. It's like in one sense what we call the Mangal, right? Mangal is like war, like situation. So many, from as far as I can understand, the whole world will be gripped. So China is going to take an aggressive stance, and there is going to be a very strong, there is going to be really a strong war-like conditions. So, however, there is presence of Venus also. So it can be controlled in the sense that it won't go completely out of like a world war or such, but there will be small wars being fought because right now nobody can afford a war, basically, like a full-scale war. So not like World War II or III. So, but it's a beginning of a power quest where a string of countries in 2 or 3 groups, blocks, they don't know who is against who, but eventually it will align into 2 or 3 blocks, and everybody will act in very much the self-interest. And that's beginning in this full moon, the heads of state losing their focus. And we can see that this will continue at least the next 2 years. And the only thing that can change, the only thing that can help, if people in mass, they become vegetarians, they practice dharma, then they can change the collective karma. Otherwise, with the rate of animal killing, with the rate of situation, with the rate of all the negative things that we are seeing that people are performing, then definitely it won't heal. Even though we want to do good, we cannot do because circumstances will force us. So that is called a diseased state. So this war-like situation will come up. We learn that even if 1% of people on this planet, even 0.1% of the population becomes spiritually situated, then it will benefit the whole planet. So either that something like that has to happen, or a good percentage of people have to become vegetarian and become dharmic, and then there will be a collective change in karma. So that's so that is my take. So beginning with solar eclipse, we see there's an alignment. So Rahu, Ketu and the moon, it begins. So along with Rahu, Ketu, the moon, so this begins a period and of unrest mentally among many of our leaders. So this is also a dharmic cleansing. So those who have been very adharmic, those countries which have a lot of bad karma that haven't done, those individuals who have done a lot of bad activities, now this is the time to pay. So there will be a lot of destruction during this period. And just like Prabhupada said that if you have nuclear weapons, you want to use it. So similarly, we see here also in the upcoming, we can see in March, similar situation, but it actually begins in December 4th with the solar eclipse. So that's not 2022, looks better. This is 2021. So we can see the Kal Sarpa Yoga. So hopefully this will cleanse all the karma. Hopefully people will change in mass with this understanding the implications of karma, and what to do for the lunar eclipse tomorrow. So lunar eclipse that's coming up. So one should chant one should practice the moon mudras, right? So you, for the full moon, of course, for the eclipse, you don't look directly at the eclipse. You can practice moon mudras, just meditating on the moon. You can do this mudra, right? So this is the mudra for the moon. And then Om Som Somaya Namaha. The mantra for the moon is Om Som Somaya Namaha. Om Som Somaya Namaha. So you meditate on the moon. Actually, it's a very good time. The Lord of Rahu is actually Varahadev. So Varahadev lifted the earth. So it's a good time to meditate on Varahadev and pray to Lord Varahadev for blessings and to protect the earth and give us good leaders, or give our leaders sense. So, but many rulers, we can see, for example, in China, Xi Jinping, this and that. So they will go berserk in this period. And this is the time these atheists or those who have performed bad karma, they will commit a series of mistakes. And eventually it will lead to their downfall, a lot of problems for the planet. But the more number of people, still we should not lose hope. Perform dharma, practice dharma, you will see that eventually a dharmic age will begin. There will be some death and destruction, definitely it will be there, but if we really focus on and become fearless and practice, especially worshipping Lord Varaha, and for the moon, actually reading Bhagavatam. So chanting the moon mantra and reading Srimad Bhagavatam, especially stories of Krishna. So this will heal, this will give strength to the moon, strength to every person in this planet, and it will help all of us. So worship Varahadev, chant Varaha mantras, Varaha Kavacham, do the moon mudra, chant the Om Som Somaya Namaha, read Bhagavatam. You see all these, and especially it's good to fast because it's an eclipse. It's good to fast, not to have anything. So daytime you can have some fruits if you want. Don't focus more on meditation. And night for the eclipse, just fast after, especially before dark. Just start fasting. If you can fast the whole day, great. Otherwise, just start fasting, and you will see the benefits. Thank you all so much, and hope all of you try follow the best of these guidelines and get the best. Even in negative situations, always look for the positive. All right. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Namaste.